If you're involved in the world of finance, you probably have heard of Bloomberg Terminal. And this is not without a reason, because these terminals are extremely powerful as they provide you with all kinds of information that you can use to make good investment decisions for yourself or for a particular investment firm. Now, the issue with Bloomberg terminals is that they're extremely expensive. You're talking, as of the time of this video, a Bloomberg terminal costs around $24,000 per year. And the reality is, if you're not a big investor yourself or a big investment firm that has a lot of resources, it's very hard to afford this for the average investor. So in this video, I want to share with you an alternative that you can use right now that's going to provide you with all kinds of really valuable information that you can turn into good stock investment decisions. And the best part about this tool is that it's very affordable and it's not very complicated to use. Okay, so one of the things that is really powerful and you can do with the Bloomberg terminal is to get a list of companies in a particular sector or industry and then be able to compare them across whatever key metrics that you want. So here's an example of a whole bunch of key metrics, and here you can see that we can get all of this information, which then can allow us to filter and find the stocks that meet our investment criteria. This is extremely powerful, and with the Bloomberg alternative that I'm gonna show you right now, you're gonna be able to do this amongst many other use cases that we're gonna walk you through step by step. So to start off, I'm gonna get rid of the data right here, and the cheap Bloomberg alternative is Wisesheets. This is an add-on that works on Excel and Google Sheets, and for this use case, what you're gonna do is go to the screener right here, and then what you're gonna do is select the list of tickers that you want to get data for. So in this case, we have a list of semiconductor stocks. The one thing that you need to know is that this ticker list has to be in the Yahoo Finance ticker system, so be sure to use that. And then we select the parameters that we want to get across all these different tickers. So we select that, we click here, and then you simply click on get data. And as you can see, very quickly, you're gonna get all of the data, and this allows you to get data for up to 1,000 companies in one single go. If you want to get data for more companies, then you can just simply do this process again. So it's extremely powerful. And here's one of my favorite things: once you have this set up, at any given time you can click on refresh live data, and you will see that, for example, the price has now changed given the current market price that's taking place. Now, I mentioned that you need to use the Yahoo Finance ticker system. So for example, for American stocks, which all these companies are American stocks, there's nothing for you to worry about. But for example, let's say that you invest in international stocks like the Toronto Stock Exchange. If we want to get the data for TELUS, the ticker is T and the extension is .to. This is something that again you can find on the Yahoo Finance website, or you can just simply look for the company here. So we're gonna see TELUS right here, and there's two listings. The one that we want to get data for is the one in the Toronto Stock Exchange. So as you can see, the extension is .to. Once you do that, we can go back here, refresh the data, and as you can see, now this data has updated for us. Now you're probably wondering what data is available for the screener. So as you can see, we have all kinds of data, so you can just open them up and see them by category, or you can just simply use the search function right here. So let's say net income, and then this is going to tell you what the parameter should be for that particular data point. Now the same is going to apply to the function data. So we have three different functions that you can access data for, and I'm going to show you how these different functions work, so that way you can also get data while building your custom models, which is something that you can do on Bloomberg, and again is very powerful. And by the way, the link to this page is going to be available in the description of this video. Okay, so as you can see right now, we're looking at a DCF model. And the cool thing about this is that you can just simply change the company ticker, and as you can see all of the historical data updates, all you need to do is enter your assumptions and you are going to be able to get the intrinsic value automatically calculated for you with a model like this. So the way that this works is really simple. Just like in Bloomberg, Wisesheets offers you custom formulas that you can see right now. So for example, in this formula, you are entering the company ticker, you're entering the parameter, in this case the revenue, and then you are entering the period that you want to get the data for. So in this case we have 2015 revenue, and as you can see, by applying these simple formulas like you're seeing right now, you get the data right away. The same is applied to all of these different formulas right here. And the cool thing about Wisesheets is that it includes historical data like the one that you're seeing right now for financial statements and whatnot, and all the data that's available you can see on the available data page that I told you about before, as well as live data. So here is the current stock price for Microsoft. So if we click right here, you will see that this will update and give you the latest value. So with these functions, that there's many videos that you can check out on our channel in terms of how to use them. You can build some really cool models. So you're looking at one right now. Here's another type of the model. And the great thing about Wisesheets is that if you go to the templates function, there's a whole bunch of templates that you can download for absolutely free. Obviously, if you want to get the data automatically for them, then that's when you need a Wisesheets subscription. So you can just simply browse them, download them, and then get your subscription, so that way you can access the data. The cool thing about Wisesheets in terms of the price is that it's only $60 per year as opposed to the $24,000 that Bloomberg costs. Now, it doesn't have all the features that Bloomberg does offer, but it has all of the main features that you need in order to successfully perform financial analysis and find good investment opportunities for you. The last thing that I want to show you is how it is that you can get a quick glance at a company's financial statement. So let's say you're looking to analyze data for Apple. You just enter the ticker or enter the company name and then select whether you want annual or quarterly data. And then in one click, you're going to be able to get the income statement, the balance sheet, the cash flow statement, key metrics, and financial growth metrics of the company on a historical basis. So as you can see, the data goes back to 2005, so it's very comprehensive, and then you can apply any calculations or visualizations to the data. So one of the things that I want to show you is how it is that you can add a spark line. So if we go insert, if you go to the spark lines right here, we're going to select the column, we select the data, click OK, and then what we can also do is drag this down, and then we're going to get the spark lines for all of the different line items of the financial statements. So that way you can more easily visualize the trend. Other things that you can do is reverse the dates of the statement. So instead of having them by the latest year, you will have 2005 and then 2006 and so on. And one of my favorite things, if you're looking to do really in-depth analysis of a particular company, is that you can just search for that company, and then instead of standardized financials, you can also select the financials as they were reported to the SEC. This only works for American companies because they're the ones that file to the SEC, but this is extremely powerful. So we're gonna go to 2023. You can do this on a quarterly basis or on a yearly basis. So we're gonna click on get data, and as you can see, just like that, you're gonna get the income statement, the balance sheet, and the cash flow statement exactly as the company reported it to the SEC. So that way you can see some very cool information and some of the breakdowns. For example, here we have the segmented revenues of the company, and then here we have the balance sheet and then the cash flow statement. Now you know what the best Bloomberg alternative is that you can get at a cheap price. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and turn on the notifications on, so that way you get notified every time we release a new video like this that's gonna take your investing game to the next level.